Namaste. Welcome to RSV Group of Schools YouTube channel. I, Kamakshi Kukreja, is here to share some important and new knowledge in science with you. So, are you ready? Okay. So, today that we'll discuss the topic is adaptations for survival in animals. Now, we see that fish is found in water, monkeys are found on trees, cow is found on land, and birds are found in the air. Hence, we can say just like plants, animals also are found in a variety of habitat. Animals also adapt themselves to live everywhere. Animals are found everywhere on the earth. All places on the earth do not have equal conditions, and all the conditions do not support life. But still, animals try to live in the different types of places by bringing some changes in them, and these changes are known as adaptation. So, adaptation means to have change in the structure or behavior or function which helps the animal to survive in its habitat. That means adaptation increases the chances of the survival of the animals in its habitat. So, let's see how animal adapts to its habitat. Habitat is a place where a living organism lives. That means we can say habitat is the home of the animals. Habitat is the one that provides food, water, shelter and other requirements that animal needs to live. Hence, on the basis of the different habitats and the animals found in these habitats, we can group them into number 1, terrestrial animals. These are the animals that are found on land. Animals found on land. And examples are cow, goat, horse, lion, etc. So, these animals are having some features that help them to live in this habitat. So, let's see what are the features that help them to survive. Number 1, they have highly well developed nervous system. They have highly well developed nervous system and also have sense organs that help them to sense the changes that are coming in their habitat. Thirdly, they have 4 legs that help them to move, jump, walk or even attack or hunt for their food and even themselves. Next is the animals that are living in the desert areas where the temperature is very high. They have thick skin with less hairs, which helps them to protect themselves against the burning heat of the sun. And some animals like camel have special organs to store water, as water availability in the desert area is less. In the cold regions, animals found are polar bear, yak, which have a thick skin along with a fur to keep them warm. Animals like penguins and seals have a thick layer of fat under the skin, which helps them to keep warm and even use it as a food in winter. So these are the adaptations of animals found in the terrestrial habitat. Now some animals, they also go for hibernation. They hibernate. That means they sleep for a long time as to protect them from cold. And examples of these are frog and bear. Next group of animals is the animals that are found in water. So animals living in water are known as aquatic animals. Animals living in water. Examples include fish, seahorse and octopus. Now these animals again have some features that help them to survive in this aquatic habitat. Let's see that features. These animals, they have web feet to push water and to swim. They also have limbs or fins to swim. Further, gills are there to breathe. So, these are the animals that can survive in the water because of gills that help them to breathe. They also have a thick layer of fat under the skin, which is known as blubber. A layer of fat under the skin. This layer helps them to keep themselves warm. Along with that, it also helps them to float. Now the third group of animals is the amphibians. Third group are the amphibians, which can live both in land, on land and in water. Examples include frogs, toads and newts. Now let's see their features. These animals, they when are on land, they breathe through lungs. But when they are in water, they breathe through moist skin. They also have web feet, tail, and fins or limbs that help them to swim. So these are the adaptations of amphibians which are found on land and in water both. The next group of animals is the one that are found in the air. They fly in the air and they are known as aerial animals. So our fourth group is aerial animals. These animals are found in the air. Okay, or we can say they are found flying in the air. Now, examples of these are birds and some insects. Now let's see their features that they are adapting to survive in their habitat. So their first feature is they have four limbs which are modified. Modified means changed. Modified or changed into wings. And these wings help them to fly. They also have feathers. These feathers keep them warm. Along with this, they also help them in flying. Next is their body weight is less. As their bones are hollow. Hollow means empty. Third is they have features which help them to be in the air for a long time. Our next group is arboreal animals. This is the fifth group. So arboreal animals are the animals that live on trees. They live on trees. An example is monkey, chimpanzees, flying squirrel, etc. Their features are they have strong and stout chest. Strong and stout chest, ribs, then hip girdle and limbs. These features help them to climb. While climbing, these features help them to climb up on the trees. Next is their feet and hands. Their feet and hands are such that they can grasp the things by wrapping around them. And the next feature is their hands and legs, hands and thumb, that is fingers and thumbs. Their finger and thumbs are such that they can hold the things or grasp the things in such a way that it is held tightly. Even their tail help to grasp the branches when they are moving from one tree to another. So we see that in this session we have seen that animals are trying their best to adapt to their habitat by developing different features, and animals living in different habitat have different features. We have seen that animals that are found on in the that are terrestrial animals, they are living on the land. An example includes cow, dog, horse, lion, etc. These animals breathe through lungs. They have legs to walk, to move, and even to catch their prey or to protect themselves. Animals living in the desert have thick skin with less hairs, which protects them from the hot sun. Along with this, some animals like camel have special storage organs that help them to store water, which is available in very less amount in the deserts. Animals living in the cold regions like polar bear, yak, they have thick skin with fur, which help them to protect themselves from the cold that is there in their environment. Animals like seal and penguins have a thick layer of fur, a thick layer of fat under their skin, which is known as blubber, that helps them to keep themselves warm and even use it as food in winter. Animals like frog and bear hibernate. That means they go for long sleep for several months to protect themselves from cold. And this is known as hibernation. Then we saw animals found in water. The animals that is found in water are known as aquatic animals. Example is fish, seahorse, octopus. Now these animals have gills to breathe, limbs or fins to swim, and web feet also helps them to push the water and move further. Next group is that of amphibians that can live on land and in water both. And examples of it are frog, toad, newt, etc. These animals, when they are on land, they breathe through lungs. But when they are in water, they breathe through their moist skin, that is wet skin. They also have web feet, limbs or fins, and a tail that help them to swim. Our fourth group was of aerial animals, that is the animals that fly in the air, and this group includes birds and some insects. We saw that birds have hollow bones, due to which their body weight is less. They also have four limbs modified into wings, which help them to fly. And feathers also help them to keep themselves warm and also in flying. Next group, that is last group, is of arboreal animals. That is the animals that live on trees. And examples of it are monkey, chimpanzees, flying squirrel, etc. The adaptation of these animals include they have strong and stout chest, ribs, hip girdles and limbs which help them to climb on the trees. Their feet and hands are such that they can grasp the things by wrapping around the things. Their fingers and thumbs are such that can hold the things tightly. So there are no chances of them to fall. And their tail also help to grasp the branches while flying. Thank you.